Okay. Hello, Jamar Rashad here, Fredericks' best interviewer. Today I'm with Adam Bradley. Say hello.
What's going on?
So Adam has been married for 15 years. Oh no, married for 18 years. Been in Frederick for 15 years. Started his business in 2015. 2 kids, 2 cats. Valor's interview series, episode 137. Why do I do what I do? Number 1, because there's successful people who deserve to have their stories told. Number 2, there's people out there who need to hear successful stories so they could be inspired. And number 3, to let you know you could go out there without a bunch of fancy equipment and impact your community. So just like always, each interview is right around that 10-minute mark, raw and uncut. So Adam.
I feel like this is fancy though. I feel like this is fancy, Jamal.
It's a little bit fancy. So what do you do and who are you? Give us the deets.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, I am the founder of Lead 'em Up, a leadership and character organization that works with teams, athletic-wise and organization-wise,
Okay.
helping move them closer to winning.
Okay. How did you come up with this concept? Like, where did it start?
It was actually back, I grew up in Montgomery County.
Okay.
And the high school I went to, Watkins Mill High School, over in the Montgomery Village area. The coach at the time, he and I had a relationship, and there were some kids that kind of needed father figures, mentors in their life. And he asked if I would be willing to kind of help some of the young men in that program. And I said, yeah, and I didn't have any training in it, but I love people. Okay. And I love helping people. And I've got ability, I think, to engage with people and connect. We had great success with these few young men that it ended up expanding. He said, I need you to work with my entire team.
Oh.
I'll give you them an hour a week and just pour into them. And that year we had the best year ever.
Okay.
Oh, it was incredible. The kids were all in. They were getting better. They were improving in the schools. They were kind of giving more to the team. It was fantastic. And word kind of spread. People were like, hey, what is it you're doing with them? And man, could you do it with my team?
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're like, I think I may have something here.
Okay.
And then you run with it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then you work with individuals, organizations, the whole shebang?
Yeah, now, I mean, we're now looking at 9 years later. We've got a little over 3,000 teams and organizations that use our program, a tremendous amount of individuals in the Frederick area.
Okay.
And we will do a combination of team training, where we get the whole team together, small group, individual one-on-one, a whole variety of things, really trying to get people simply to be unleashed in their potential and their leadership and their character of how they show up every day.
Okay. Do you have a favorite leadership guru, whether it's John Maxwell or Tony Robbins or any of those guys?
I am untraditional in that regard.
Okay.
That I don't spend a lot of time studying those individuals, frankly, because I'm too self-conscious about stealing.
Okay.
I don't want to maybe feel like I'm just taking what they're saying and making it my own. I really want to be very original in this space. I'm heavy in my faith base, so a lot of my mentors and kind of role models and people I read are maybe kind of more in that faith standpoint.
Okay.
And studying them and learning them, but then taking Lead 'em Up and kind of making it more kind of generalized for the everyday individual. But yeah, I don't have a lot of those leadership gurus.
All good.
Try to be original.
Proudest moment of your career?
I'd say my proudest moment was really the ability to leave my full-time work and go all in on Lead 'em Up. That happened in 2021. As you can probably imagine, when you've got a family and kids and a mortgage, you can't just go jump into something willy-nilly.
Right.
I mean, it's tough, right? And I had a really great job, VP of sales for an organization based out of Baltimore, great salary. And it took me a while, about 6 years, to get Lead 'em Up to that point where I was able to make that jump. And in 2021 was able to do it. And that I look back and was just okay, the fact that I was able to get that accomplished was really, really cool. And to get it to that level, to make that, a lot of people can't do that.
Sure.
And I recognize, it took a lot of work, but for me, I look back on that, I was like, man, that was the move.
Okay. And then what was the lowest moment of your career and how did you overcome it?
Man, I'd say the lowest moment was really just the struggle to actually get there.
Okay.
I think there were moments where I didn't think I could get there.
Okay.
I was like, man, I don't know if am I ever going to be able to do it? And there were some moments where I really doubted myself and my ability.
Okay.
And I kind of leaned into maybe the fear and anxiety of what that would look like.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that was the lowest.
Okay. And how did you overcome that?
Just grinding.
Just grinding? Amen.
Just grinding.
Okay. Where do you want to be a year from now?
Man, I want to keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
Right? I probably like to pull back a little bit on the amount of training I personally am doing to kind of build out my team, to get them to be doing more of the training.
Okay.
But I want to add probably a few more coaches, especially here in Maryland.
Okay.
But keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, things are really good right now.
Amen. And speaking of team, you have about 4 to 5 employees, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you create team culture so everybody's thriving and happy?
Man, I think that's always a challenge, especially when you're remote and everyone's around the country. I think you just have to be really intentional. We have our weekly meetings where we dig into just how things are happening with them individually. I think it's finding moments to go above and beyond to serve them,
Okay.
maybe to kind of unexpectedly gift them something or just really look out for them.
I got you.
Having these moments where you're really just genuinely interested
Yeah.
in them,
Okay.
right, as like a person and their families and stuff. And I think if you do that daily and you're just very intentional with it, I think culture gets derived from the character we bring to the table.
Okay.
And if we demonstrate great character, I think culture will be great in turn.
Love it. Do you have like a go-to app for like productivity or entertainment or whatever?
Man, can I tell you, I'm old school. I'm still pen and paper.
Okay.
If you actually look over here to the left, my calendar is there. I'm writing it all down.
Okay.
I have it all written. I've got a daily to-do list that is handwritten.
Okay.
I will say my wife and I, we did just buy a skylight calendar.
Skylight.
It's one of those displays you can put on your countertop that like manages all your schedules, where it auto syncs. Every day we can now look at what everybody's doing in the house, and it is really fantastic.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have
Skylight.
to.
Yes.
Skylight.
Skylight calendar.
Okay.
It's a game changer.
What advice would you give to your 25-year-old self? I know that was only 10 years ago, but what are you telling yourself?
One, invest financially more intentionally.
Okay, invest in what, like stocks or?
Yeah, like IRAs, put
Okay.
money in your IRAs, things like that. I think being very, just recognizing the compounding effect. I'd say be more intentional there.
Okay.
I would also say, you know what? Get rid of the mantra or the thought process of hours and days.
Okay.
We are trained so much to think like, I put in my 40 hours, I work my 5 days. Man, if there's things you want to pursue, that needs to get washed away.
Okay.
Man, be all about it. Be all about it. Go all in. If there's moments you need to work on a Saturday, moments where you need to put in extra work, hustle and grind to get yourself to that place that you want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And be open to putting in the work outside of just maybe a traditional, well, but I don't work on Saturdays.
Right.
Do you want to get where you want to get to? Maybe you need to for a season.
Right.
Get after it.
Okay. The grind doesn't stop, right?
It doesn't.
What are you most thankful for other than family?
I would say I'm most thankful that, frankly, like God's given me the gift to do what I do.
Okay.
I think everyone's gifted in their own unique ways. I don't have an ability to fix things. I call my dad, right? Like, 'cause I'm not gifted in that way.
Sure.
But this gift of like helping people, communicating, coaching and developing them. I love what I do. And I'm thankful that this was the skill set that was given to me to allow me to do it.
I love it. And then do you have anything exciting in the next year, either inside of work or outside of work, that you're looking forward to?
Man, tons of things, actually.
Okay.
Always manufacturing things to be excited about. It's this little hack for living well. Put things in your life that you're excited for.
Okay.
I'd say above everything else, I think we're going back to Costa Rica in a few months.
Okay.
And I loved our trip to Costa Rica earlier this year. I can't wait to get back there, do some surfing. It's just great vibes, and looking forward to that.
Was that the last place you went that involved a passport, Costa Rica?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Costa Rica.
And how long ago was that?
In January. So
Oh, good for you.
8-9 months ago.
All right. Any dream travel destinations other than, well, I mean, you've already been to Costa Rica. So
Yeah, I mean, I'd say dream is like Greece and kind of some of the areas on the coast of Italy.
Okay.
Those are two big ones that are on our list that we want to get out to, that hopefully in the next 5 years, Lord willing, we'll be able to get out there.
All right. And then who is the mentor that you spoke to most recently?
The mentor I spoke to most recently was a gentleman named Mano Watsa.
Okay.
He owns a company called PGC Basketball, and he and I try to get together quarterly, where I just kind of share different things to him. Okay. And he just has incredible insight, incredible wisdom. I mean, he's so thoughtful. He's so sharp in so many different areas, and he's real. Like, he'll tell it to me, like, sometimes not even what I want to hear. And that's what I need to hear.
Right.
And he'll do that at times.
All right. So that will be it for today. How can people get a hold of you? Website?
LeadEmUp.com.
Facebook?
LeadEmUp.
Instagram?
LeadEmUp.
And Twitter and X and all that.
Yeah, man, we're still on that too. So lead them up there, or A Bradley 5 is what I am on all these other platforms if you want to catch up with me individually.
All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with me today.
Man, appreciate you.
Go out there, show some valor.
Hide the thumb.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Bye.
See y'all.
That's it.
Fantastic.
That's it.
Feel
man.
good with it?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let me
Perfect.
make sure